So we're saving spells in local storage, but when we refresh the page, they still go away. If I check local storage, though, they're still there. I'm just not reloading them on the page, right? So I need to do that when the page loads. So let's add another new function called load. And let's make sure we call that from the constructor. Wherever you want to do it. This.load. So how's that going to work? Get item, right? So local storage dot get item spells. That'll get us our JSON string, right? Read the JSON from local storage. Read JSON from local storage. I'll call that spells or spelled JSON. How's that? Then we need to convert JSON back into an array. So JSON.parse, spell JSON. I'll save that as spell array. Then I need to add them all again. I need to do most of the stuff that we're doing in handle submit. But I don't want to write that stuff twice. Almost. Let's look at handle submit. Whatever handle submit is doing that's actually related to the form, we don't want to do, but everything else we do. So we kind of want another function that can add spells regardless of whether they came from local storage or they came from the form. So, okay, this much is related to the form. Pushing it onto the array, saving it to local storage. Yeah, we don't want to do that yet. So that should not be part of this. Let's just put that right there. Pushing it onto the array, rendering the list item, and appending the list item to the list. We want to do all that stuff. And resetting the focus, that's all form related. So we don't want to do that. So it seems like those three things we could extract to another function. I'll call it add spell. It just takes the spell as an argument, and it does these three things. So that's what should be happening inside here. This dot add spell. So handle submit now builds the spell out of what was in the form, saves it to local storage, and adds the spell to the page. Those need to be in the other order probably. Yep. Adds the spell to the page, saves it, resets the form. Now this thing is really just handling submit. The job of actually adding the spell, that happens out here, which is adding it onto the array, rendering the list item, and appending it to the list. So now that we've done that, what load can do load the spells back into the app. So for each thing in our spell array, what do we want to do? This dot add spell. What's it going to do? It's going to call the callback and pass in each spell. That's the argument that add spell already takes. Any potential problems? going to be whatever came out of. It's going to be whatever we got out of local storage. The binding of this could be tricky because now we're not the ones calling add spell, right? It's being called automatically by for each, so we should probably bind this. But otherwise, that seems to do the thing. Can it be that easy? There it is. It's there. Is it in the array? Yep. Let's favorite it. Let's refresh the page. Let's look at the array. In the array, it is favorited. Ooh, they're both favorited. Maybe it was already favorited. Yeah, so we got some weird stuff going on when it's favorited. So, render item needs to add the fav class if it was a favorite. So, all right, for each property, we do all this stuff. We get the delete button, all that stuff. We should probably mark it as a favorite if applicable. So this is a display thing, so it belongs in render item probably. So if spell.favorite item.classList.add fav. Let's see. Oh man, fav is not defined. How about I put quotes around fav, you dope? Unfave. Refresh. Unfave this one. Switch this one back. Hey, seems to work. What happens if I do this? Local storage is starting empty. Refresh. Explode! Cannot read property for each of null on line 24. Line 24. Okay. It's calling for each on spell array. Spell array is nothing because it was. But if you check the length, you'll call .length on null, and that's not a thing either. But we could just say if spell array. So if spell array is something that doesn't evaluate to false. Null is false, undefined is false. An array is true. Yeah. If you're ever curious whether something is truthy or falsy, as we call things that are not true or false, but evaluate that way, you can always put not in front of it to see what its Boolean value is. So not empty array is true. Not null, false. Not undefined, false. 0 is false. Empty string is false. Empty string is false, but empty array is not. So keep that in mind. That's a little weird. The number? Yes. It's true, right? Yeah. Any number other than 0 is going to be true. Not -1, also true. Yeah. It really bothers me that empty array is true, but empty string is false. But that's JavaScript. So anyway, we put the safety check in there. We're good. Seems to work. Load spells from local storage. The notes for today have tons of links and blog posts and everything else about local storage, about Font Awesome. If you want to read more about it, lots of examples, some good links. Check it out. So all the information you could ever want to know. Did I really delete them all? I did, right? Because that was the whole point. They still work if they're there? Yeah. Refresh. Cool. Change the order. Refresh. Cool. Save some stuff. Change the order again. All right. Think it's all magical. And I pushed it, right? So GitHub pages should refresh with that. Can I do it here? Now they're blank again, because now I'm on a different website. So it has different local storage. So it'll be a totally different list of spells, but should work. Yep, works. Questions?